Diverse companies perform better. It's not about a trend. It's not about kind of following what's happening. It really is a necessity. Hi, I'm Suzanna Earle and I'm the lead recruiter at Helix. In this video, I'll give you a couple of tips to come prepared and make a good impression during the hiring process. We're looking for candidates who are adaptable, meaning they can work in various settings, folks who are authentic, so they bring their full self to work, people who enjoy collaboration, so working cross-functionally across several teams, folks who are driven, which means they have ambition, they have their own personal, professional goals, really looking to solve problems and think through how we can better reach or shared goals. We're really looking for candidates who want to bridge the gap, who want to champion a better life for themselves and for our customers, recognize the impact of their work and the impact of the work that we do together that has a meaningful change or meaningful impact on our communities. And of course, folks who do quality work. We typically have 4 steps in our selection process. The first step is always a recruiter screen. This stage, it's primarily making sure that the candidate's background, their education and experience aligns with the role, and of course, checking for culture fit. The second step is usually a hiring manager screen. That's where the in-depth questions around work experience, including behavioral questions, are asked. And this is an opportunity for the candidate to share examples of their work and to ask questions regarding the day-to-day role. For technical roles, the hiring manager screen typically includes a technical challenge as well. And this is where we really get to assess a candidate's tech chops. The third step of the selection process is what we consider a virtual onsite. This is meeting with various stakeholders across the organization, and it'll be a combination of behavioral questions as well as casual conversation to help put the candidate at ease and really learn about their background, their personality, the things that motivate them. And then for more senior roles or roles on the commercial team, we also ask candidates to do a presentation. The presentation is usually a case study, which the candidate has the opportunity to showcase work they've done before. And we also always throw in kind of a personal touch where we ask the candidate to share a little about their own life and the things that motivate them. So let's talk about how to prepare for your interview. Make sure to pick a time where you're your best self. So if you're not a morning person, pick a time in the afternoon. Schedule for a day when you can really focus on the interview, not on a day where you're slammed with high priority meetings. You want to make sure you're able to really focus and that your attention won't be split. The other thing I would say is make sure you're prepared technically. So do a test of your tech beforehand. Make sure your mic works, make sure your video is working, particularly in this new age where a lot of interviews are happening virtually. You want to make sure you don't have any technical hiccups. Be prepared to walk through your resume, sharing highlights and accomplishments, and come prepared with questions. You want to be curious about the role and the company, but also about the interviewer. Asking the interviewer more, personalized questions will help you build rapport quickly and will give you insight into the company culture and making sure that the role is the right fit for you. The number one tip for answering behavioral questions, I would say, is an acronym called SAR, S-A-R, situation, action, and result. When asked a behavioral question, try to think, what's the situation? What was my action? And what was the result of my action? That way, you're giving tangible examples of your experience, tangible examples of your accomplishments, and it makes it much easier for the interviewer to be able to assess your skills and get to a place where you can really realize if the role is aligned with your background or not. In this day and age, interviews are done virtually very often. So these challenges, or the challenges faced in a virtual interview, of course, are different than those faced in a face-to-face interview. I would say the most difficult challenge for an applicant in this new normal is tech challenges. So this includes screen fatigue. Being in front of a screen all day does cause fatigue to the eyes, to the body. So being aware of that is very helpful. I'll also say once the interview starts, be prepared that there may be a technical challenge. The internet might go down. Inevitably, there is going to be some tech challenge that arises when you're on a Zoom call. So the way a candidate responds to that tech challenge is very telling. Helix has a very fast-paced environment. We have a startup culture. We are a startup. And so things evolve very, very quickly. For us, the ideal candidate is someone who loves diving into the deep end, who is able to work in a fast-paced environment, works well under pressure, is able to communicate when they're overwhelmed, who understands boundaries and is able to kind of protect their own space and their own personal life, being able to pivot quickly, be okay with change. So if you enjoy fast-paced, if you enjoy innovation and ramping up quickly, Helix is a great environment for you to thrive. I'm really proud to work for Helix because we're a mission-driven company that truly cares about the impact our product makes on the lives of patients. We have a culture of open communication, of challenging each other, being able to give and receive scrutiny, which makes us all grow. My kind of motto is iron sharpens iron. And so I like working with people who have the same mission and who want to help each other grow personally, but also make a global impact. Helix really cares about having a diverse applicant pool. Our CEO says all the time that diversity, equity, and inclusion is everyone's job. DEI is a core part of the Helix mission. And, we care about the disparities in healthcare. We care about increasing underrepresentation in our DNA databases. And I'm really excited to be with a company that puts their money where their mouth is. We really invest in tools like PowerToFly, where we can really be deliberate about increasing underrepresented groups in our applicant pool. Thank you so much for watching this video. And remember, be your authentic self, trust yourself, and in your abilities, be confident and genuine. We have several openings at Helix. Please do check out our website, helix.com, for openings. And feel free to also find me on LinkedIn. I'm happy to connect with you there. Hope to see you in our selection process.